Hello everybody, welcome to Just Outside the Workshop. So in this video, shaky cam and all, I'm going to talk a little bit about perspective in life. Now, I'm outside, it's really snowing out here right now, and I am one of those type of people that I love snow. I love winter, I love everything about it. Well, most everything about it. Freezing these little fingers to the bone, and my arthritis doesn't like it so much. But you know what? We can't get off scot-free in life, can we? So I'm just gonna take a little walk out to the back pasture space. We used to raise some animals and things like that. Spinning around, back pasture space there. Anyways, I like to do reflecting every now and then. I like to do some self-reflecting on my life. And one of the things that I've self-reflected on here lately is just how blessed I truly am to be able to take and do blacksmithing for a living. And even beyond that, just to have the YouTube channel that Jessica and I does, and the supporters, all you all out there, is an awesome, awesome thing. But what's even more awesome than that is I have a great wife. You know, you all know Jess. She's an awesome, awesome gal. I've got 3 beautiful children. We all have our health. You know, we suffer from our little minor things, but we don't have anything major going on in our life right now, which is amazing. That's really a true blessing from God, as we believe. And so I want to encourage you out there that no matter what you're going through, that you should put in a little bit of perspective, okay? Because you could always have it worse. You could have it worse. Now, I know I've said I wasn't going to do a whole bunch of talking head rant videos, chat videos, things like that, although I do like to do them from time to time, and I think this one's important considering the holiday season. Sometimes we're so caught up on buying presents and gifts and expectations people have over our lives that we forget what this season is truly about. You know, here in the United States, we celebrate Christmas on December 25th every year. We celebrate Thanksgiving, I think it's on Thursday. I believe it's on the 22nd or 23rd every year. And I think sometimes that rolls around a bit. But anyways, this is my point that I'm trying to get to here. It is important to give thanks and to know, and during this Christmas season and the new year that comes in around the 1st of January, it's important to reflect and thank God for really everything that you have in your life. If you're not a big faith person, I get that, totally respect that. But you can still self-reflect and just be appreciative and have a lot of gratitude for the fact that you haven't gotten worse cards in life. You know, because certainly there's some worse hands that have been dealt out there to people. A lot of people, in a perspective point, just to put this into place, a lot of people look up to Jessica and I as, wow, they've really got it all together. They have a great family life. How do they do it all? They got a great business. They got all this good stuff, right? And they say, must be nice, right? Must be nice. It is crazy. By the way, I'm walking out backfield here. Give you guys a little more perspective there. Again, about perspective. You're seeing my face. You're not seeing everything that's going on out in this world. You're only seeing what I got to share with you, okay? And the problem with that is sometimes that leaves you to feeling like your life's not good enough. What you have in your life isn't exciting enough. You know, that's kind of a danger of YouTube, if you will, is that you see a guy, or maybe your favorite creator, maybe your favorite travel vlogger or something like that, and you see them always going to these exotic places, and these are places you'll never see in your lifetime, most likely. Let's just be honest, right? And that can really drive you down. That can make you feel so bad about yourself and like, man, maybe I'm just not hustling good enough. Maybe I'm just not, you know, cut out for this whole life thing, you know? Like, where did I go wrong in life? That guy's got it all together, okay? Or gal, if you will. And that again, that is a perspective thing. Those people are only showing you the good parts, the things in their life that they care for you to see. We all do that. Whether you're smiling on Sunday morning at somebody right to their face and tell them that you're perfectly okay, but yet you had the biggest fight you ever had with your wife and you're thinking about splitting up. You know, there's stuff like that. Or maybe you got kids sick at home, or, you know, maybe there's some other craziness going on in your life. You know, the bank's about to repossess your house or your car, or, you know, who knows what else, and you're really not doing well, right? And so we all do that. We all put up that front, that fake face. And again, so to get around that and to have a true understanding of your fellow mankind, of your fellow human being, you need to take time back to reflect on yourself and where you've done good, where you've done bad, and how lucky you are to be in the situation you are currently. I know I personally get wrapped up sometimes in the fact that it is Jessica and I's deepest desire to take and own a house someday with a good amount of acreage, you know, and for that house to be our own, to be able to have complete say and control over everything we do. If I want to build a bigger shop, I can just build a bigger shop. You know, if I want to put in a jacuzzi, I can put in a jacuzzi. you know, just simple things like that. But it's been our desire for the last decade to take and do that. My finances, however, have not always been capable of being able to do that, you know. And I'm gonna take a rest against this little cedar tree here. My finances haven't always been capable of being able to handle things like that. And so we've had our ups and we've had our downs, and we've had wins and losses, and a lot of crazy stuff across, you know, the decade plus that we've been married. And, you know, you could say it's been a fight, it's been a struggle, it's been one of those, but it's really been blessed. It's been blessed the whole way, you know, because, you know, I rent from some great landlords. My main landlord that I was renting from, he passed away, a great mentor and friend of mine, and now he's survived by his wife, and she still has chosen to still continue to rent to us. But as you can see, this isn't too shabby of a place to rent, huh? You know, to be able to have this out in the country in the quiet, and to be able to afford it, to live there. I've lived in small apartments. I've lived in tents before. I've lived in trailers. I've lived in like I said, really small apartments, like little 2-bedroom apartments before. I've lived in great big houses too, 5-bedroom house, right, with everything you could want in it. So I've lived a bunch of different things in my relatively short time, my relatively short 30 years here on Earth. So looking at that in perspective, this isn't a bad gig, right? This isn't a bad gig. You may not have this right now, but that's where this video is meant to encourage you. You can eventually have this, and you know what? If maybe you just open your eyes a bit, you might realize that you already have this. All the stuff you're getting caught up on in life, the work, the bills, the emotional drama, you know, who knows what's going on in your life, that clouds your mind. It stops you from being able to see all the things that you really do have in life. And these are important things, I think, anyhow, in my opinion, to take and reflect on. It's something that I'm perfectly guilty of, is forgetting how blessed I truly am, how thankful I am for that, and how other people may perceive me. That's another interesting coincidence about being on YouTube. Now, I'm just being real with you here. Okay, I'm being real with you, being real with my community. If this isn't your type of video, I'm sure you've already clicked off. If it's not, there's plenty of forging tutorials and things like that, but this is me expressing the deeper side of Roy. I'm not just, you know, a metalhead, right? I'm not just out there just thumping metal all day and that's all I care about. I truly do care about people, and I care about family, and there's so many more facets to me than what the internet will ever know. And that's just because people are complex, right? We're complex. Human beings are meant to be complex. We're emotional bags of worms, if you will. But just as an example, I myself, sometimes it's easy for me to get caught up in the fact, because of how blessed I have been, to suffer from a little bit of disconnect sometimes from people who are maybe going through a tough time right now. And that's kind of, you know, it's kind of hard for me to see it sometimes from other people's perspectives, because I've been busy working. I've been busy working like crazy, and I'm wrapped up in my own little world, and I'm so busy trying to be husband, father, dad, you know, just being a good man in general, being a good Christian, all the expectations, a good son, you know, a good uncle, you know, all these different things. Oh yeah, and being a YouTuber on top of that, and, you know, running a business and all these different things. And I put all these labels and these self-expectations on myself that sometimes it's very hard for me to even understand what somebody else is going through, because I've got so much stuff of my own that I'm going through. With that being said, I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure plenty of other people out there is too. And so, again, that self-reflection, knowing that about me, it allows me to be more sympathetic to other people, saying, hey, you know what? This guy maybe doesn't have it all pulled together, you know? Maybe you don't have it all pulled together. And that's okay. You don't have to have it all pulled together, you know, to take and be able to do stuff, to be able to enjoy life. You know what I mean? You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to have everything together all the time. You don't have to tell everybody that you have it together all the time, because that stuff it's just lying to yourself. It's lying to people around you, and, you know, ultimately it's not healthy. It's not healthy for you. It boxes you in. It boxes you in, and it compresses you into a position where everyone else is comfortable with you. And you got to be careful of that. You got to be real careful of that. I'd rather find an honest man than find somebody who's good all the time, right? I'd rather find somebody who can be honest with me and say, hey man, I struggle with that too, than to find somebody who is, you know, everything's always perfect, right? Everything's always perfect, because that guy's lying to you. That's a dishonest person. And, you know, watch out for those people. Have sympathy for them, but be watching out for that. So anyways, don't get caught up on YouTube. Don't get caught up on that your life isn't, you know, this beautiful thing. Maybe you just need to open your mind and open your eyes and look around you and take joy in the simple things in life, and the fact that, you know, you have a good home, or you have heat, or, you know, maybe you're living in a tent. Maybe you're watching this on a library's computer screen somewhere, and that's the only time you get to check in on videos like this. Be looking at be thankful for some of the things about you living in that tent right now. That you have a tent. Maybe it's colder than all get out. Maybe I love winter. Like I said at the beginning of this, I love winter. I love snow. Maybe to you that's a big problem, right? If you're living outdoors right now, that could be a big problem for you. And you know, honestly, I know personally, from personal experience, I know. And so again, but look at what you do have. You know, maybe you've got a little camp stove that you're heating the tent up with, and it's pretty warm as long as you keep fuel in it, you know. I mean, maybe that works good. Or hey, maybe somebody gave you something, you know, maybe somebody helped a church, or just a family member, or somebody reached out to you and got you a Thanksgiving turkey, or invited you somewhere, and they took notice of you, and they just appreciated you for who you are, right? You know, there's things that every last one of us can be thankful for. Every last one of us can be thankful for something in life. And it doesn't have to be big things. It doesn't have to be big miraculous things. It can be something as simple as snow. I love snow. Again, matter of perspective. So with that, I'm going to leave you. Thank you for watching this 15-minute video. I know it's long. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, gee whiz, I can talk. But of course, you know me. I'm no stranger to talking, right? So, you know, again, find some time today, if you're watching this video, to just give thanks for the things that you have in life. If you're a God-fearing person, give thanks to God, right? If you're not a God-fearing person, I'd still suggest you give thanks for God. But, you know, that's me. But again, just be thankful today. Take some time, reflect on all the good things that you have in your life, not all the things that you think you lack. Because sometimes those things aren't really worth it. So that's it for today. God bless you all. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button. If you disliked it, go ahead and hit that thumbs down button, but explain to me in an intelligible way why you disliked this video. What about it struck you as wrong, right? What was it that bugged you about this video? Try to do it in a constructive way, as I don't take nasty people too well. They usually just get blocked. So do it in a constructive way. That way I can maybe understand more from your point of view. Also, if you'd like to take and support Jessica and what we do here on Christ Center Ironworks and everything, videos like this, all the tons of tutorial videos we do, a great way of doing that is checking out our website, blacksmithpds.com, and maybe consider purchasing a power hammer plan or something like that. All that money really does help take and progress us further to doing more and more of the things that we want to do here in the future on the channel, and also hopefully one day be able to do a lot of teaching, have a place that we can teach people at a much reduced cost than what it costs at regular schools and things like that. But you know, here's hoping. We'll see. Anyways, we'll see how the life goes. That's it. It's a 17-minute video. Get lost, go do something, be thankful. Be thankful today. Be thankful for the breath in your lungs, and we'll catch you on the next one. God bless y'all. We'll talk to you later. Bye.